Hello, this is Dr. P. Shobha Rani, Professor in the Department of CSE RMD Engineering College. Today we will try to discuss about black box testing as well as white box testing. Actually, software testing is majorly classified into, as we all know that, into two types. One is black box testing and then white box testing. Black box testing, suppose when we are doing the software testing and the internal structure, design or implementation of the items being tested is not known to the tester, that is nothing but the black box testing. It focuses only on the behavior of the software. White box testing, when we are doing the software testing in the form of an internal structure, design or implementation of the item, will be known to the tester. That's why we'll try to call that one called as a white box testing. Today we will try to discuss about the various types of the black box testing methods and how the black box testing is will be able to find out the errors. The various types of the black box testing, the famous black box testing methods are nothing but graph based testing methods, boundary value analysis, equivalence class partition, orthogonal array testing, decision table based testing, state transition testing and error testing. Before going to discuss about the graph based testing methods, boundary value analysis, we will try to explain how many ways this black box testing or what all the various types it will find out the errors. We will see. So the black box testing attempts to find the errors in the following categories. These are only the few categories. There are various types of the categories in the large scale for the black box testing. The first one is it will find out whether missing functions are there, or if the functions are existing, if the functions are incorrect or correct, it will try to check out. Second one is nothing but it will try to find out the interrelationship or integration of an interface. Okay, the third one is it will try to find out the errors, whether any errors are present in the internal data structures, or whether any accessing of the external database is there or not. Also it will try to check it out. And the performance of the errors, that means after finding out the errors, what is the effect of those errors in that particular program also will be found out. That is nothing but the behavior or performance. Then the last one is nothing but initialization and termination errors. That means how the initialization, is there any problem while initializing the data, and then the termination of the errors will find out. We will try to discuss today what is meant by graph based testing. As the name itself shows that the testing we are going to apply only to the graphs. How we are going to draw a graph is nothing but we are going to take the objects into consideration, and we will try to find out the relationship between the objects by creating a tree structure or a graph structure. What is meant by an object? We all know that our objects are the representative of the classes. In order to make the communication between one class to another class, we normally do only through the objects, because objects are capable of moving the data member function from one class to another class, or the communication of grabbing one function from the base class to the derived class will be done by making use of the objects. Now in the graph based testing, we will take an example of that is shown in this particular picture. Object 1, object 2 and object 3 are there. Object 1 and object 2 are directly linked, as we will be able to observe it properly. From object 1 there is a link from object 1 to object 2, directing the showing the arrow mark to the object 2. That we will try to normally called as a directed link. Between object 1 and an object 3 there is a line, but there is no direction, so we will try to call that one called as a undirected link. And between object 2 and an object 3 there are two directions. That means from object 2 object 3 also there is a connectivity, from object 2 also it is connectivity. That means the data or maybe the node values are passing from object 2 to object 3 as well as from object 3 to object 2. That means it is not like that we can travel between object 1, object 2, object 3, or you can travel, if there is a directed link is there, you can travel from object 1 to object 3 and object 2 also, because there are parallel links between object 2 and object 3. As we all know that it's a very basic understanding, and these directions and then the relationships also will be checked out based on the node values. That means which node value, if you go in a 2 to 3 directions, which node value the overall weightage is a less node value weightage, then that one will be taken into consideration as the best way of doing the graph based. Here the test cases are designed by traversing, that means as I already explained that for a program to check it out some errors or the bugs, the test cases will be prepared. For example, a particular simple program, some 5 to 6 test cases will be prepared. There is no limit of creating the test cases based on the caliber or maybe the capacity of the program. If the complexity of the program increases, the number of test cases also increases. If this is a simple program, some 5 to 6 test cases they will create. If it is capable of fulfilling all these various types of the test cases with giving the input and displaying the output required by the client, then that particular program is bug relieved, or maybe the debugging will be completed. In order to get all this one only, we will try to design the test cases by traversing this graph and covering each and every of the, that means every relationship of each and every project, each and every object with their data members and member functions will be taken into consideration. Based on that only we will try to create a test cases. What is normally the test cases? See, for example, there is an age of a particular person has been given. We will try to create it, for example, 1 to 5 years, whether eligible for the schooling or not. If it is not eligible for the schooling, eligible for the kindergarten. If they are not eligible for the kindergarten, they are eligible for the crèche. Like that, each and every criteria will be taken into consideration. With that only we are going to take it. Thank you.